name is Colin. This is my Junk 69 GTO. This car was drug out of a barn, Sibley?
Yeah.
Sibley, Louisiana, something like that. It was on 4 flats. It originally had a Pontiac 350 and a turbo 400. It had a good Brawler 750 carb on it. The only thing good about this car was the driveline. It had a good engine and had a good transmission in it, and that was about it. The body was shot. The floor pans, the rockers, pretty much every bit of the rear quarters. All of the car was pretty much trashed. The interior was shot, but it did have interior. It had a new carpet kit, some mismatched seats, blue or black and green. Trying to catch you up on where we're at now. We did front tube, suspension, 2-inch lead drop spindles, all new brakes, bearings. We took the piece of shit Pontiac out because it just was not enough horsepower. Matter of fact, the day we got the car, blew a front tie rod in the middle of trying to spin our first donut. So we were actually driving down the road kicking the tires straight at 2 miles an hour doing burnouts. It just recently got painted, so the engine that we're gonna show you is super dusty. It's still covered in all where it was sanded before it was blocked, primed, painted. And now it's not a Pontiac 350. However, this engine is also blown. This was a 350,000 mile Junkyard motor. We put lipstick on a pig. It looks great, even though it's dusty right now, but it's actually maybe the last time we started is today. We're gonna show you now what's in it, even though it's blown up, because later on in this video, we're gonna pull this motor out, clean up the engine bay, probably do some more interior work and prepare for the new engine and transmission that's going in it. As of now, this is our blown up 2008 Tahoe 5.3. It worked great for like 2 weeks, and then it didn't work too great after that.
Go ahead.
So this motor is destroyed. It lost oil pressure like 5 times, and for like 10 minutes straight while I floored it trying to get where I was going, ready to scatter it. There's another motor built ready to go in it, but we're gonna see if this one will start one last time and let you listen to see what it sounds like.
Yeah, brother.
There's long tubes back to an X pipe, and then it's just dumped at the rear axle. It sounded pretty good for a stock Junkyard motor, but we'll see what the new one sounds like. Door buzzer still works. Rare. These are my switches. Took the center console out because this shifter's getting taken out. All this carpet's gonna come out. We gotta finish the roof here in POR. Let's see if she'll build oil pressure. You know it's bad.
Oh no.
You know it's low on compression when you gotta pump it like it's carbureted.
She's not happy, brother.
She's not happy.
She is not happy.
Oh! It built oil pressure. Come on. Randomly loses oil pressure. I don't know what's up with that. Anybody that knows LS's, it's either cam retainer plate, 350,000 mile oil pump. I don't think it's the pickup tube because we had to put a swap pan on it to get it in here, but I don't think we're losing it there. So we're gonna pull this motor out, get rid of the 4L60, put a 5.3 board to a 5.7, around 11:1 compression ratio. It's got BTR's red hot cam. We're gonna put a 7.5 inch tall Holley carbureted intake, Holley 4-barrel 750, and this 4L60 is coming out. We're gonna do a carburetor because we're gonna run a Muncie 4-speed on this build. A lot more fun driving a manual, and you don't have to worry about me burning up clutch discs every time I drive the shit out of it. We're gonna get this motor out, get this thing up on the lift, pull the drive line, pull the transmission out. We'll have some clips of that coming up next.
I guess it's time to do a little work now, huh?
Ow.
What's the play, man?
Unfortunately, this transmission doesn't have park anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, you hear that?
why?
So
Not.
what the fuck? Yeah, like it's fucking done.
Do you want to take the headers off so it's easier?
Dude, what's up with the overspray on the trans fan?
It's fucking oversprayed everywhere. They were playing.
Dude, that's terrible. You got something to put in that transmission? You got something to put in that transmission?
What are you talking about?
Like, won't leak everywhere?
No, it's just gonna leave
You want the fan thing?
Probably doesn't have that much in it.
It probably doesn't have any in it, actually. Think about that.
That's probably the issue right
Yeah,
there.
that could be a problem.
No, it's got fluid. It's just not at an angle enough to fucking leak. So, unfortunately, dude, if we had a trans jack, oh my god, we just sit over here.
I'm right here.
She's gonna hold the trans the whole time.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my god, look how black it is.
Oh no. So it doesn't have fluid.
Alright,
Maybe it does.
it'll stay where I can take
I don't
it.
know. Hold it. Just sit on the ground. Sit on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, it's slow. It smells so burnt.
She's cooked.
Okay.
Lil,
We'll
Oh
get it.
my god, bro.
I smell it already.
it's very burnt.
Oh my god. It's fucking cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like oil, not trans fluid. It
It
looks like diesel
smells-
oil.
It smells
Dude,
like
that
a
smells
transmission caught on
different.
fire.
Yeah, that smells like
Smells
fire.
campfire transmission.
Like fuck friction, that's fire.
No, bro, I cooked it. The fucking it was wired backwards and forwards. That's what cooked the transmission. So my tail lights were staying on. I had 12 volts going there when it was supposed to be going to the torque burner. Don't always trust YouTube videos.
Except for ours.
How to wire
Except for
stuff.
ours.
Except for ours.
Don't trust anyone else.
If we're gonna do something fucked up, we're gonna tell you the truth.
And we're gonna fuck it up.
And then it starts to rain. Headers are kind of in our way. Not super in the way, but because we don't have a trans jack, it's going to be easier to do on the ground with a jack if headers aren't there. So we're going to lower the car down, pull the bolts out, pull the headers out the top, maybe out of the bottom. I don't remember which way I put them in. We'll see.
Samantha, you big back. What are you doing? Is this the shop dog? The little shop dog.
The fat shop dog that could.
She's a wee bit overweight, but we try to ignore it.
Have to lift the car up.
Yep, out the bottom.
Stop that. I'll pick it up. Okay, alright. How you doing over there?
Hey, you want me to finish my side?
Too
You're going too slow, brother.
I'm just trying to name off this.
Yeah, all the ones I've twisted doing this.
What are we doing, brother?
We're making a mess. Trying not to scratch this 10 out of 10 paint job. Perfect paint job.
Perfect.
Oh, this one's gonna go.
Yeah, come up. Yeah, it's clear still. Gently set it on the ground. You don't want to scratch up your new headers. Always TIG weld your headers in such a way where they fit in your application. You don't ever want to take a hammer to them
Yeah.
and just beat a fat dent in the side.
Those have definitely never had a hammer to them.
Really affects performance.
Yeah.
And we do shit right around here. We don't,
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
half-ass it.
Headers
Now-
are out.
We could really do the top bell housing bolts while it's on the ground. I mean, realistically, at this point, we should probably pull the hood.
Flip the car over.
Crush my
First video, we flipped the car with the lift.
First video, we just flipped the video.
I'm stuck under the lamp! Call an ambulance!
Get a little bell housing bolt out or two.
No, I think we're gonna pull this hood. Pull the hood, get out of the way. We're gonna have to pull the engine out after we get the trans out anyway, so hood's gotta come off regardless. And it looks super cool
Yeah.
without the hood.
Because guess what? It's not going back on.
Yo, don't look at the gap on the bumper and the fender when the car is on the wheel. Because it really, you don't want to look at that.
What are we looking at?
Nothing. There's nothing actually over here. I shouldn't have said it.
Yeah, you just
Don't look
messed
at the
up.
gap, all right?
I don't know if you remember, Colin, but last time we did this is when I blew my back out.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, let me get my hand on it.
Oh God.
Just stop there.
Alright, let's go.
Damn. Just like that, the hood's off.
We had him down the other day.
Yeah, show me.
Oh, I'm just a bitch.
They slide back a little bit.
Yeah, you were kind of pulling them down.
Gonna hold that.
Here, brother, come do your redemption on this one.
Yeah, let me-
Show us how it's done.
They kind of go back.
Yeah.
Now that I know that,
Yeah, that's it.
you know,
And then go under the whole thing and the spring. Cash.
Just like that. We ain't got no
Cash
hood.
We're good.
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 no scratches.
Yeah, just big, fat, huge gaps.
Quit talking about it.
I'll just tube front end it, bro. I have unlimited money. Like I'll just
You're all right there.
right there. Oh,
There's
that
the other.
collect all right there.
Right there. How do you get to this?
You go through
I
the
need
front.
a little armed person.
Oh, your boy, right here.
Oh.
I mean, realistically, it wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and pull the cold air, drain the radiator, pull the coolant out, get the radiator out. You know,
I can do that.
maybe pull a fuel line, pull the intake off. Like, there's a bunch of stuff to do. We really need to get this transmission out first, though, because at that point we're doing motor pull and stuff. And
Hey man, we're going on your schedule here.
Yeah, you
so-
tell us what you're doing.
look, don't even ask me about what's in my brain.
You're the one that works here.
I'll scatter.
Yeah,
I'm-
you do
Look,
work
bro,
here.
But that's all I do is work here.
You're just a chill guy that works here.
How's he stand?
He does the little fucking.
Just a chill guy, man.
What's back here? What's this? What did I leave loose? I mean, what
Loose.
did somebody else
Huh?
fucking do to this thing while I
Loose.
wasn't around?
I'm gonna do this even though you said not to.
I mean, go ahead, buddy. Do your thing. Just extremely unfortunate placement.
I got it.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
Took the lock out.
See, that's what you're here for.
I think we're gonna drain this radiator first and get it out of the way just because it's super easy and it's right there. And then the bell housing bolts are super hard to get to and super tight. This engine and trans was pulled out of a junkyard and I never separated the engine and trans. The bolts have just been in there. And the way I have it, they're accessible, but are they? So they're kind of in the way. We can pull it out as one whole unit like we put it in. I just don't want to scrape up the oil pan or...
Scratch this brand new 10 out of 10 paint job. Is also
Yeah, I don't want to,
another bit of a dilemma here.
I don't want to scrape the paint.
You know, this nice
I'll
front
tear
end
up
here
the
is
oil
very
pan.
long.
All right, so I guess we'll drain the radiator fluid. We'll pull the radiator. We'll pull the wiring harness back. We'll take the intake off, and we'll pull the whole damn thing. I guess that's just how we're gonna do it. The toolbox is
Very organized.
seems like it works fine when it's just me here.
Oh, that's gonna leak a little bit. Yeah. It's gonna get a little moist right here.
Are you almost there? Are you about to start pissing?
I don't know. Oh, it's gonna make a big, huge mess.
You're good.
I'm trying to find a way to let it.
Ow, move it over.
It's shooting into the frame. Oh yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. You got it.
We're good. We're straight.
I'm pretty sure this is Cummins coolant. That was approved for sure.
Yeah, it's a little red for sure.
It's like pinkish purple. It's pretty nice.
It looks cool.
Watch your mouth. You
Watch
might
your-
just zip tie this up here.
Shove it in that hole.
In here?
Yeah.
Okay, now it's leaking fuel in there though.
That's
all right.
fine. You got some good flowage down there.
It could be a lot more too.
Just a bit of a squirter, buddy.
Is it eating coolant? Where's all the coolant at? Bro, that's like. Where's all the coolant? Where's the gabagoo?
Did it eat it?
Maybe
The 5.3 was hungry.
I think it was eating it. It
maybe
wasn't
your
leaking.
head gaskets were enjoying that.
Nah, because the oil looks brand new.
The head gaskets are coolant
Aside
enjoyers.
from all the metal in it.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Oh.
That's what you want. Nice and efficient.
He's with that.
Get off me.
Get out of me, swamp.
Get out of me, swamp donkey.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, look, you finally got it.
Ow.
I'm waiting to just feel it on my foot. Even little man hands can't. Until they could. Hey, look at my phone, see what's on it.
You don't get to. You put it in.
He was wrong anyway.
Terrible.
When are we not having fun?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Roll, brother.
Yeah, let's get the intake off.
I mean, then you gotta put shit on to cover it. and all
Yeah,
that.
then you gotta tape it.
Hey, this is my motor. Cover it.
Is it?
Yeah.
You don't want this junk?
I'm gonna change the bearings out.
It's
Put a pump on it.
It's just 8 bolts, though. Oh yeah, valve seals cooked. Cooked.
It's good.
Cooked valve seals.
You think?
Yeah. Do I think? Yeah. Bad rings, low compression, and bad valve seals. There's probably a mixture of both of those things causing the oil to blow out of the exhaust. But that's okay, because this motor is A1 sauce cooked. It's definitely oiled up. Like, this is a Diddy party ass motor right here.
It's a tie cutting ASMR.
All this beautiful zip tie work.
Wasted.
Wasted.
Do you remember putting the engine mounts in?
Yeah.
Have you thought about that at all? Or?
No.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah, it's kind of lame.
We got a fucking mess on our hands. That's the transmission.
The trans is leaking.
Just a wee bit of it.
Excellent.
That's all right. I mean, hey,
We got a little bit of a mess everywhere. What are you doing, bro?
Still holding it.
We're going.
You alright?
Let it my way.
Oh, hey, get this shifter. Get this shifter. Holy fuck!
Alright, come down, come down. Crouch.
I got some weight.
Yeah, I got it now.
Oh!
Oh, damn.
I'm hit! Somebody call an ambulance! We are. Anyways.
Let's see, brother.
Little action there.
We got cooked.
No, it came out of the front.
We got her out, though.
The front seal? No, it
Maybe
had to come
not.
out of this
Maybe
line.
it did come out of there.
Probably
Yeah.
I feel like it was pouring out of the front.
Golly,
this
listen
is
to that.
wet as fuck.
You hear that?
So fluid in the converter.
Yeah, just sloshing around in there. It's probably half meat. All right, so fortunately for us, I didn't have to lift that. So that's the most important
We
thing.
have big bags.
You get to do the next part.
Pull the motor out?
Yeah, by yourself with
Yeah.
no engine hoist.
I can do it. So these are new fancy floor pans, right? This is old ugly floor pan. And with a 4L60 right here, cooler lines just don't want to come up here. This is where the trans cooler was mounted. So lines came around and they had to be gently massaged to make room. And it still was super tight. Luckily, with the Muncie, it was meant to go in this car. And there's plenty of room. And I won't have to hit anything with a hammer. But also, if I do have to hit someone with a hammer, the trans is already out. So we have plenty of room. Last time the trans was in and I was just taking a pry bar,
Making room.
gently working it.
Worm on my leg, and then I put it up here, and it's
Damn! You got 4L60 on your door now.
That boy getting the
It
tranny
smells like
fluid everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Damn, I smell it. That shit
We're
is
gonna have to roll the
strong.
windows down, man. I can't do that. Yeah, I can't do that.
Smells like transmission fluid in here.
We are cooked, brother.
It's cooked. We're on our way to go pick up some supplies. You saw the big fat huge mess we made under the car with all the coolant, trans fluid, and spit, and Bo's pants. We're gonna go pick up some dry pads, maybe some kitty litter, My mop is busted. Maybe we'll see what we can do about that. We'll get the floor cleaned up because when we set the car back down, we don't have to pick it up again. So we'll go ahead and clean under it and get all of that nice and unsmelly. We'll let you know when we get where we're going. And we may see a very special friend of ours, a famous drag racer, Shreveport, Sweet T, the sweetest of T's. I think he's up here today working on his Tahoe. He's putting like a 6.0 or something in it. I don't remember what he's doing. I know he's doing an engine swap. It's a pretty full build, so we'll see if he's up here cutting up. We'll get some supplies and pick the camera back up when we get where we're going.
Got the motor, brother.
If it doesn't fall down,
If it doesn't
we're in
fall
good
down.
shape.
Yeah, like jeans. You need some pants.
Yeah. Luckily, we're not going very far. Build this motor at work, shop, where it's a lot cleaner. There's more room. So this is, if you go into an OSHA manual, they actually say that when you lift an engine, you're actually supposed to do it this sketchy. If you do it with like the proper equipment, somebody could get hurt.
See, this is the right way. We're gonna show y'all guys the right way.
Yeah, you just throw your front lift arm post like this because everybody has a lift at their house, obviously.
Yeah.
You got a lot of things fucking straps. All right, we got this piece of junk sitting on the floor. As you can see, we didn't even clean it. There's still coolant all over the floor. It's our old motor, our new motor. We may end up having to actually use these valve covers. Those are Chinesium. They may end up leaking, but we'll see. I hammered them down pretty tight, you know, torque to spec, real German. The next episode, we'll probably end up doing some light fab work, maybe weld up some holes in the firewall, clean it up, paint it, sand some stuff down. These engine mounts are welded because this frame isn't perfectly straight. So to get the engine lined up the way we wanted, we had a digital angle gauge and a level and had a string hanging on our transmission back to our drive line to make sure everything was straight when we were mounting this engine and transmission just a few months ago. So what we'll do is finish welding those mounts because we did them while the engine was in the car, all cheap and cheesy like, with some stacked washers and some professional, like it looks real professional. We'll finish those out. We'll get the oil pump and the front cover put on that motor. Get our Chinesium parts off of this one and stick it on that one. Obviously we need the oil pan. It's gonna need a fresh oil change. We still gotta order the intake, the carb, MSD, a couple other things for that engine. And the Muncie, I'm actually doing a side job for, so there's gonna be a 67 Chevelle brought over here. We're gonna pull the Muncie out of it, put the customer automatic turbo 400 he's bringing, supplying for it in, and get that car going. So if y'all want to see that in a video, we'll take some shoots of that. Pretty similar to what you saw here today, with transmission falling on people's heads and blocks almost falling out of the back of the truck. But as you can see, it's not dumb if it works. It's all still here and unscathed. We have the rear cover, front cover, oil pump, a couple more parts for this motor. Like I said, we'll get the rest off of these. So this motor over here is a Gen 3 5.3 engine. We did Gen 4 rods. They're supposed to hold like 1,000 horsepower supposedly. They're the H-beam or the I-beam, I don't remember. But the Gen 4 rods are the good ones. We did the Gen 4 rods, stock hyper-eutectic flat top pistons, no valve reliefs. I was trying to pick up the compression ratio up a little bit. We're doing a carb setup on this one because I considered a T56, I considered a 4L80, I considered another built 4L60, I considered a Muncie, I considered all my options, and honestly, if I was a rich man and I'd won the lottery, I'd go with a T56. But based off of a budget and what I think would be the most fun and kind of mixing both of those together, the Muncie is going to be the best option. I can get it, obviously, extremely budget. Buy the bell housing adapter. You can use a 4.8 flywheel out of like an 06 model. You use a clutch out of a 70s model 2500 Chevy, and then a throw bearing out of an LS2. There's a couple different swap kits, but I may end up just kind of picking the parts up locally and mixing and matching together. But we wanted to pick the compression ratio up in this motor, so we decked the heads 15 thousandths. We used an we bored it from 5.3 to 5.7. We went 30 thousandths over when the block got cleaned up, got new cam bearings put in at the machine shop. We came down 15 thousandths on the heads, and we used a LS1 15 thousandths head gasket. So we brought it down a total of 30 thousandths. And with the flat top that we have in here, I think with surface area, we're right around 10.8 to 1 compression ratio. You go anything over 11, you really can't run pump gas anymore. We wanted to make sure that we could stay on 93, keep this a pump gas motor. So that's pretty much where we're at with the heads. They got new valve seats put in, new valve seals, new valve stems. They were cleaned up and lapped when they were pulled out of the machine shop when they did the deck work. They steamed them. 660 dual springs, titanium retainers. Because for the cam, we have I believe it's a 619, 617 red hot BTR. I think it's their stage 4. I don't really like using stage for anything, but it's a pretty aggressive cam. And this cam compared to the hot rod cam was basically the same on the dyno. So after we got done with the head work, it was time to decide on a cam. And between both stage 4s for BTR, you had the red hot and hot rod cam. They pretty much do the same numbers on the dyno. I think the hot rod picks up like 1 extra horsepower, so it's not too big of a difference. This was a higher LSA. I wanted a faster chop. And I didn't want to deal with a tuner or taking it anywhere. I'm not any good on HP tuners. So we wanted to go with a carbureted build. And we knew that with the transmission, we were going 4L60 or Muncie 4-speed. So taking the 4L60 out, not running the PCM anymore. We didn't want to have to deal with any crazy tuning with just the engine. I don't want to have to deal with any dynos locally here. So I wanted to do a carbureted build, high compression. We got a stock crank, but we obviously went in with Clevite bearings, new rod bearings, the Gen 4 rods, the flat top pistons. You know, we came down on the heads, and this is the cam package we went with. So we're looking at a Holley intake. It's off I believe it's Holley. It's coming off a Summit. I'll have to get a part number. It's the 7.5 inch tall. Do a 750 double pumper with mechanical linkage and the MSD 6014, which is for the LS platform. Like I said before, we're gonna try to mount those cool packs somewhere on the back, maybe to the firewall, not directly to the motor, unless we make a bracket to hold it itself to the motor, but I don't think it'll matter if it's separate. Try to make it look as old school as we can. That's why we went with the closest 2 Pontiac blues we could. I had some Detroit blue here, and it's pretty close to Pontiac, so that's what we went on the block. And we're gonna try to hide it and tuck it and make it look as close to an original Pontiac 400, which is what this car would have come with, along with the Muncie's 4-speed that'll be period correct. We'll have a cool Hurst white shifter, chrome, in the floor, and try to make it look as close as we can to the way it originally came. That'll be it for today. We got our motor pulled, our transmission pulled. We got a big mess to clean up. We got to clean up the engine bay, do some welding, do some painting. In the next episode, we'll do that. Maybe work on the roof on the inside, do some POR 15, get rid of some rust, and just keep moving the car forward. We'll see you next time.